Hello everyone, Lizzie here, and I have a very special video for you today. As you can see here, there's this very dashing man, and you might be wondering, who is this man? Well, this is actually Chad. This guy is Chad, and not only am I going to be showing you Chad, but I'm also going to be telling his backstory and all of my other D&D character backstories. I don't want to spoil them right now, but this is a very special video because these characters or some of them, are near and dear to my heart, and also very terrifying. But okay, let's just start off with Chad. So what's this guy's deal? Well, Chad is I I honestly kind of forget. I know he's from a forest. He's like a dryad druid guy, and he goes to this gym called Trio So Fitness, but then it got like taken over by a corporation or something. I don't really remember. But this was like my first ever D&D character. And as you can see, doesn't he look cool? He has sunglasses, stick. I guess that's his druid stick, and nothing else. I mean, because he just kind of, he works out a bunch, and he's just like really chill. Chad is, he's one of my favorite D&D characters I've made. He's very near and dear to my heart. I'm glad to have him here. But next up is actually one of my one-shot characters that I made, which I do like a lot. I do like him. His name is is Blorgon. Here, let me zoom out real quick. So this this thing right here is from the planet. I forget. Wait, hold on. Can I find it? Yeah, he's born on the planet of Lectum, and his family, or more his dad, went around like terrorizing on other planets, like on a like kind of a warpath. And Blorgon was like, "Fuck this, dude. Screw you, Dad." And then he got like sent an escape pod, and he got shipped down to Earth, and he's like, "Well, shit. I only have like, cause okay, how Blorgon works is this thing right here is his head, this like pyramid triangle thing, and his eye is inside of his mouth. So like whenever he eats food or something, he has to be careful with his eye here. And this stick right here is his body, and that's like his whole form. Like that's his whole body. This platform right here, this is a hover platform. This is what he uses to get around. So I guess he is like kind of like a handicapped character. Um, and he has like telekinesis, psychic powers. So when he crash landed onto Earth, or actually no, it's called Revel. He picked up these balloons from a party store, and this is what he uses like as his makeshift arms. I thought I kind of cooked with this character, to be honest. Like I didn't have a design in mind really. I just know I wanted it to be like I forget the name, but it's like an alien kind of race. And it was like what kind of like fucked up being can I make? And I don't know. I really adore this guy I made. I think he's pretty cool. So yeah, this is Blorgon. But moving on, we have another one-shot character. It's probably my least favorite character I've made. Here he is. This is the Brawn. As you can see, he's like I forget what he is, like a Goliath or something. He has like 4 arms. His bottom two are really stubby. But this guy is actually evil, and his backstory is that like he came from a long line of basketball stars. And you know, he's like fuck them. I don't want to be like them. I'm nothing like my fathers. So he got like really mean on the court, and he like blew off steam by going to the sauna and just relaxing there. But all of a sudden, he was like, I forget what was he doing again. He was like kicking people on the court or something, and I don't just like traveling a bunch. Yeah, he was like really hated, so he started to lash out, and then he just I don't know. I didn't really know what I was doing with this guy. I think I just made this guy real quick so I could play one shot. I I mean, I don't know. You can tell he goes to the bathhouse because he has this amazing loincloth on. I don't know why the fuck I drew the basketball like that, but actually throughout the campaign, we would like went through this dungeon, and eventually we made it to the end, and LeBron picked up this horn and used it. And here's my favorite part: he turned into Horse the Brawn with whatever, whatever this is. So this is the Horse Brawn. Um, as you can see, he incorporates his basketball elements in here, with his like beautiful orange mane, with the colors of like a basketball. I don't know what I was doing with his teeth here, really. Looks like a little paper, like piece of paper hanging off his uh, face, I guess. He has a nice smile. He has two sets of basketball legs, as you can see here, and one set of normal legs. And his little basketball emblem. I guess this is his like pony Sona from My Little Pony. There's even like a little cutie mark there. So yeah, this is the Brawn in this horse form. And next up is another kind of a dual form character. This one is named the Douche. I don't know why this image is so small. Here, let me zoom in here. But this is his base form. Here, let me search up the lore for the Douche real quick, because he is quite the character. Yeah, okay, so Douche, as you can see, he is not the nicest looking fellow. Um, his mother thought the wrong baby came out of her, so she like put him outside to sell him, I guess. But then eventually, you know, Douche got picked up by this one musician, and he was like really cocky, so he thought that if he picked up this kid and then took care of him, it'd be like it would boost his you know, it would boost his likability. And dude, his adoptive dad fucking hated him, and it backfired, and Douche became, and like he just became unbearable, just like his father. But his dad knew how to play saxophone really well, and Douche kind of, he was interested, like, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could be friends with people. So he stole his dad's saxophone, and when he started playing, he turned into this thing right here. So this is Douche's alternate form. This is his saxophone form. I didn't put a saxophone on there, but like this is what everyone envisions him as when he's playing the saxophone. Like he starts playing, like this is what he looks like, with his sculpted jaw, and it just like I think that's a 12 pack. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's a 10 pack. Okay, it's a 10 pack, but he looks very dashing. I know, and this is kind of the form you'll see him in more often because he wants to keep this ruse up, kind of. I think it's an interesting character design, to go from this to this just with a saxophone. And most people are fooled. Some people aren't. They can see through it, kind of like not actually like see it visibly, but they can tell something's going on. Like, okay, this guy's bullshitting. But yeah, this is the Douche here. His full name is Douchebag. So there you go. Next up is a character I don't even think I got to use, really. I don't even think we got through the session. Oh my god, it's loud out there. This one is HoggleNet. Yes. And here, let me zoom out. I was actually pretty proud of this character design. I didn't get to use him, but he has a lot of different elements. You see, he has like a little baby strand of hair. You can see he has a bunch of like little like marks in him. I'll talk about that in a bit. He has like the Johnny fit going on. He's got like ripped cuffs. Dude, it's cool as hell. He's got the giant ass belt buckle. He's got sneakers. He's got a bone. He's not Sans. Kind of looks like Sans. Oh, I forgot to give him this face too. It's pretty good. He's got a big ass axe. Um, so here, let me just give the rundown of this guy real quick. Do I have his backstory? I should. I should have his backstory. I don't. Oops. Well, I think I can remember it. So basically, Hoglin. Actually, he didn't have a. he didn't have much of a backstory now that I'm thinking about it. His backstory is that he was like walking out of like a butchery or ice cream parlor or something, I forget. But he slipped on 10 banana peels and he fell down a cliff and he got picked up by I forget, like a fucking weird bird, and then he fell down, and then he fell he fell into a pit of spikes, and this is what all the markings are for. So he doesn't really have much to him. He's got this like bone and lunchbox here because he's like a big meat eater. Like this guy's a true barbarian. It's kind of hard to tell. He looks like very chill, but he's not a nice guy at all. But I don't know. I think he's fine. It's just that didn't really get to use him, so I didn't flush him out or anything. His backstory is pretty much nothing. I didn't give him an actual one, but he's a funny looking guy. I can say that at least. And for another character that I didn't get to use, but maybe I will someday. Some of these characters I would actually like to revisit and use eventually, because that'd be cool. But I mean, who knows? Who knows? Next one is Zemo. This one's Zemo. Uh, holy, why is it taking so long? Hold up. Hold up. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. Anyways, I was gonna say, I was looking for the backstory for Zemo here. Zemo actually does have a backstory, even though I didn't play her, but she does have one. So basically, Zemo is this kind of like sheltered child. She was, you know, she was in this house where she wasn't allowed to go outside or anything. So she just had tea parties with her plushes, and I guess one time I don't like I guess the tea was spiked or something, and she came across this like eldritch god being named Monkney, who's like a party god, and he had like a cool ass boat, and I mean Zemo's like completely oblivious. She doesn't know what's happening. She's just like, it's a new friend. And one day, while her parents were out, they left the door like cracked open a bit, so she wandered outside, and it was like complete chaos. So she wandered into this like church, I guess, or I don't know, like some like cult meetup, and she just walked in, and they were like discussing strategies on how to gather more members and like expand their numbers, and she like helped them out, and I guess she brought some tea with her, and then they all drank it, and then they experienced the power of Monkney, which by the way, Monkney is this like it's this like blob thing with like a bunch of faces on it. It's really colorful. It's really cool. Really awesome party god guy. And they kind of just I don't since she showed them the power of Monkney, they just made her the new leader of the cult. So her design has like a bunch of has some glow sticks in there. I her eyes are like the same as the glow sticks, but don't worry about that. She's just cool as hell. She's got like the ladder shades on. I had to put those in. The glow stick. I don't know. I like this design. I like her design. I think it's fine. Just didn't really get to use her. But also, this is kind of around the time I was coming out, so you can see there's a lot of pink, blue, and white in there. But yeah. Uh, I like her. Maybe I'll use her someday for something else. I don't know. We'll see. But second to last character, also didn't get to use this one. She doesn't even really have like a fleshed out actual backstory, but she has like elements to her. And her name is Snargletooth. I think it should be fine to show on YouTube, but basically, she's like I forgot. Oh, the drow. She's a drow who lives in this like toxic wasteland place, and basically it's been like that forever. But she actually enjoys it. She enjoys seeing all the like mess and chaos around here and living in this filth. You can see her hair is all like she has a few strands. She has like toxic waste on her. It's like a barbed wire bra. I thought that was pretty sick. And then the caution tape skirt. And then there's like a little bit of a goo on the, like there's like padded goo feet. Just gonna like flies around her. I really had fun with this design. I like it a lot. But yeah, she lives in this like toxic wasteland, and there's this guy named Silver Green who's trying to come along and like purify everything and bring everything back to cleanliness and normal, but she doesn't want that. She just wants it to be dirty as hell and evil. So, she fucking hates him, trying to stop him. And like there's like one other element where there's supposed to be like a mystical weapon that the character had, and I was gonna do like a spray paint can for the Snargle Tooth over here, or Snargle Teeth, and it was supposed to be like a spray can that's just sitting, collecting all the fumes of the toxic waste power plant, and that would be like her like item or weapon. I thought that would have been pretty cool. Out of all the characters I have, Snargleteeth is probably the one I would like to bring back the most and use for a campaign or something. But I don't know. Maybe she'll see the light of day again. Who knows? Okay. My final character. This is the one I'm making for a campaign I'm gonna do with some friends, and I don't even know if I want to show it, but I just made it, and I'm really scared of it, and this might be my worst drawing yet. Let me introduce you to Shrelia Hornswoggle. Um, so basically, I don't even know what to fucking say, dude. Okay, there's no like full backstory for Shrelia yet, but basically she's supposed to be exiled from her like village or town, whatever. I don't have a reason for that yet. I'm thinking some sort of like family thing. She like higher class end. But she's exiled, and what she did is she kind of, I guess, moved into the forest and kind of just hung around there, and she doesn't really talk to anyone except for these animals around here. You can see there's like little critters. There's like a squirrel, a bird. There's a little rat there. Planning to add more like wacky critters, but that's just what I have for now. And she just spends all of her time out there. She's been out there for like probably like since she was like 7 or 8. So she has this like super long unkept hair with a couple tree branches in there. That's what that's supposed to be, by the way. I don't know why she has fangs. I just thought it'd be cool. She has like a bit of a tattered dress there because she doesn't really have any other clothes, so she just wears this. She has long arms for some reason. That was just me drawing. That's not even like a character trait of hers. Um, mobile footwear. Stand. I don't. Uh, I. This thing just scares me. I don't want to look at it anymore. But I guess let me know which one is your favorite, because I know it's not Shirley Hornswoggle over here. But I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe, eat your veggies, drink some water, and peace out.